phone calls. Always phone calls as you're about to start recording. What's up everyone, my name is Jashan and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time on this channel, then welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today we are talking photography equipment. I'm gonna be running through all of the photography equipment that I keep in my bag to take on the job or to take traveling. I am a wedding photographer, so you can take that for what you will, but this isn't specified to weddings necessarily. But yeah, I am mainly a wedding photographer, so that's that. This video is not really going to be going through my video setup and what I use for vlogs. If you're interested in vlogging equipment, I've done another video for that. I can get an info bar up here or here. Today is all about photography. We're gonna run through all of my equipment and I'm gonna try to do that within the next 100 seconds. So let's begin. Straight off the bat, my main camera body is a Nikon D5 camera and this thing is an absolute workhorse. I've been using this for years now. Look at it, it's starting to come apart. Just adds that bit of character to the camera. Second body, which at a wedding is my second camera, is a Nikon D3S. Obviously, before I got the D5, I had the D3S as my main camera. Now that it's retired from my main camera, this now becomes my second camera at a wedding. Let's move on to lenses. Starting at the very top, this is my 70-200 2.8 lens. It's a really heavy lens, but arguably at a wedding, I would say that this is 90% of my wedding photos done through this lens. If I'm at a wedding, this 70-200 is pretty much the camera that lives on my main camera, and then my second camera pretty much alternates all the rest of my lenses. So if you've seen any of my photography, 90% chance that the photos were taken on this. Going down from there, I've got my 24-70 lens. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of a 24-70 lens, but at the same time, it's probably the most handy lens to have. It just covers your wider range to a decent little zoom, so it is just a super handy focal length to have. 14-24, perfect if you want to capture landscapes or obviously just capturing a wide angle. This is probably my second favorite lens, just because I don't know, it's completely opposite to the 70-200. It's just that completely different perspectives. Last up is my 105 macro lens. This is probably the lens that I use the least, but it is probably the lens I have the most fun with. For some reason, I absolutely love macro photography. You just don't really get to do it much. All you really get to use it for at a wedding is photographing details of rings and the small details and stuff. With that said, I have used this for a few portraits before. You can get some really cool perspectives and portraits of this. You know, when you get really close up on an eye or something like that. I don't know. Finally, onto accessories. As for flashes, I use the SB900s. They basically just click onto your hot shoe, lock it in place, and they are ready to go. Unless I'm doing some off-camera flash, then it doesn't really find a place on my camera during the days. But at a reception, this is on my cameras pretty much the entire time. Next up, to go with the flashes, I've got Pocket Wizard transceivers, which are basically to control the flash off camera. If I have the transmitter on the camera, and this one plugs to a flash, I can put that flash anywhere and trigger it off camera. Disclaimer, these are my really old transmitters. Not too long ago, I lost my new ones in the ocean. Don't ask, doing a shoot down there with an off-camera flash, a wave came along, knocked it off. Flash and the receiver was lost in the ocean, so until I replace them, these are the ones I'm using. So I might do another video specifically to off-camera flash once I've replaced them. And finally, I love this thing. This thing is an ICELIGHT 2 and the best light you can take anywhere with you. Super lightweight and it's just got that perfect color temperature for photography. Basically balanced to the same daylight color, so probably the closest thing you would get to window light without actually having a window there. It's just got such a nice soft tone of lighting. You can really take absolutely anywhere with you. I actually use this thing quite a bit while vlogging, if I'm vlogging of a nighttime as well, where I literally just chuck it in my pocket, and there's my light source for in front of whatever it is I'm filming. So this is what it would look like if I were to replace my main lighting with this. There you go. How good's that? When you consider the size difference of the lights that I'm using, that thing's still pretty damn good. All right, I'm probably over time now, but a quick bonus one, my bag itself. This bag is a Think Tank airport security bag, I think. Airport security version 3. What I love about this bag is how deep all of the pockets are. It means you never have the trouble of your bag bulging open. There's plenty of space for all of my equipment. Got these 3 waterproof pockets inside the bag. Pocket that can hold your laptop, plus an iPad, plus even a phone compartment if you, I don't know if you can see that. This thing is small enough to take as a carry-on item into an aircraft and put in your overhead lockers. That's, of course, if you can stick to the weight limit, which is almost impossible, but hey, if you can stick to it, then you can take it. Don't know if we did that in time or not, but I tried my best, all right? That's pretty much the run through of all the equipment I use. Like I said, I've mainly used this stuff for weddings. You might be asking, where's all the prime lenses? I've never actually owned a 35 or 50mm prime or 85mm prime. Not that I have anything against them. I think they're amazing lenses, but for my own personal use, I've chosen to just go the zoom lenses simply for convenience on a wedding day. When you just want to make as much use of the time as you can, I find the zoom lenses have suited me for that. That's just a personal preference though. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. If you do have any questions, make sure to chuck them down below. If you would like, I've started a new Instagram page for specifically my photography photos. So I've got my personal one and now one that's called Jashan's Camera. You can find both my Instagrams right here. As from next week, we'll be diving into some more tutorial style stuff and giving you some more hacks and ideas and all of that you can use for your photography. So stick around for that. Vlogs will be out Wednesdays, photos, videos, and tech stuff on Fridays. So until then, I will see you guys next time. Peace.